Well, welcome back to another episode of Ink Transfer Drawing with Mark Zimmerman. My name is Mark Zimmerman. I'm with you through the Sanford Arts program, and I'm just rolling some ink out on a sheet of plexiglass so that I can do an ink transfer drawing. So that's a very thin layer of black, very stiff, intense black ink. I'm going to lay a sheet of paper on top of that ink, tape it down so it doesn't move around and get all smudged. And then I'm going to draw and rub on the back of that paper, transferring ink to the front. And that ink is inside a little rectangle of tape. And I can usually find that tape and drag my pen along the edge of that tape. Shows me where my ink is at. Also creates the illusion that I can draw a straight line, doesn't it? Not true. Not without a ruler or a line of tape or something. I'm just going to do a little landscape because I like little landscapes. And I get to do what I like. So I'll just put a couple flowers in here. Keep them kind of loose. I'm going to put a fence post here. And another post. Let's do this. Let's wrap some wire around that post. Put some barbs on that wire. I'm thinking that's a gate, so probably better brace it, huh? If I touch the back of the paper with my finger, or thumb in this case, I transfer ink that way too. So I'm putting shadows in. It's just a little pressure from my finger. Let's put a Let's put a little loop of wire around here too. That can be smooth wire. That's our gate, and then let's put a little We'll just put a little woven wire there and some barbs up there, and let's see, the light's coming in here because the shadow is on this side of these, so I could put a little shadow there and a little shadow here, and maybe even a shadow here. Looks like that fence post leaves, or the wire leaves a bit of a shadow too. Well, let's just put a little ridge out in here. Put a shadow on that ridge too. There we go. Oh, and let's just put a little cloud in the sky. Oops, way off my paper. Doesn't matter what I do off the paper, there's no ink out there to transfer, so not a big deal. Let's take a peek, see what we got, and then we'll splash a little watercolor paint on it and call it done. Yeah, so I think I just want to, oops, that'll be a nice smudge. That's where we tape our paper, Mark. There we go. So I'm going to get the ink out of here and just play around with some watercolor paint. Let's say those are yellow little flowers. Let's say there's a little yellow in the grass too. We got yellow there, maybe we got yellow out here too. Let's put some yellow ochre out here. So not that bright yellow of the flower, but a earth tone this time. Oh, good thing I don't have a bigger brush, huh? I do have a bigger brush, but I have to have sense enough to pick it up. And I'm stuck with a little one here. Let's slip a little board under here so I can tip this thing in different directions. Put a little of that ochre in underneath. Underneath that post or rail, I guess. Let's put a little different color in here too. Let's put some it's pretty good color for our rails too, huh? Oh, let's put a little shadow down here in this grassy part. And we can bring that shadow right up the dark side of that post. Let's get a bigger brush. Huh? And let's say there's still a hint of green in this grass over in here. And hint of green up in here too. So we're going right over that. That earth tone. Yeah, let's put a little color in here. Let's say that ridge is red. That's impossible, isn't it? At least that red. Goodness, Mark. Get rid of the big brush, come back with a little bit littler brush. Let's say that road down in here has some of that same red in it. Just a bit of sky left. Let's start with water. Down along the horizon, we'll let it be nice and bright and light, and then we'll come up in here and well, I like it when the drips land in the right place. We'll just bring that down there just a little bit. Rinse a little bit. Soften these clouds just a touch. Maybe get rid of some paint. Just come back with a dry brush and pick some paint up. And I think I just want a little more red. Down in here, just by way of explaining how red that ridge is. So I always sign these with pencil, and we'll just call this . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Red Ridge Wind Clouds and sign it. Zimmerman and date it 2020. And now we're having fun. Hope you had fun too. Bye for now.